In the world of science, some new ideas take ages to catch on. But what happens when a new technology comes along and rewrites the rules in just 1 year? Today, we're going to map the incredible academic footprint of ChatGPT, and honestly, the results are kind of mind-blowing.
I mean, it felt like it happened overnight, right? One minute, ChatGPT was this niche tech demo, and the next, it was a global phenomenon. It was sparking conversations absolutely everywhere, from classrooms to boardrooms, all about the future of, well, everything.
But beyond all the headlines and the media hype, a different story was unfolding. In the labs and universities. How did the world's actual researchers and scientists react to this powerful new tool? That's the big question we're digging into today.
To get to the bottom of it, we're not going to rely on anecdotes. We're diving straight into the hard data. And let me tell you, what that data reveals is nothing short of a research revolution. The way we're doing this is with something called a bibliometric analysis. It sounds super technical, I know, but think of it like data science, but for research papers. It lets us track who's publishing what, where they're doing it, and how fast the topic is catching fire. It gives us this crystal clear, data-driven picture of its impact.
So what did this analysis find? Well, let's just start with the sheer volume of research, because the numbers here, they're staggering.
Okay, so when ChatGPT first came out, it was just a tiny blip on the academic radar. The research community was just starting to get its hands on it, trying to figure out what this new thing could even do.
In fact, the data shows there were only 3 academic publications about it in all of 2022. That's it, just 3. So that's our starting point.
And then 2023 hit. That quiet little start gave way to one of the steepest growth curves you will ever see in academic research. The line on this graph really tells the whole story. From just 3 papers, the number of publications skyrocketed to over 1,100 in a single year. That's not just growth, that's an explosion. Let's put a number to that explosion. The annual growth rate was nearly 37,000%. It's a figure that's just hard to wrap your head around, and it shows just how quickly and powerfully ChatGPT grabbed the attention of the entire global research community. So, an incredible amount of research was published. We get that. But who is actually doing all this work? Let's look at the people and the partnerships behind this insane trend. Over 3,000 individual authors contributed to this body of work in just over a year. So this wasn't some niche interest. It was a massive, decentralized effort from researchers all over the world, each one adding their piece to the puzzle.
And their work showed up in 651 different places, from specialized journals to major conferences. That shows you this topic wasn't stuck in one corner of academia. It was everywhere.
But here's what's really remarkable: the teamwork. Over a fifth of all these publications involved international co-authors. This means it wasn't just a phenomenon happening within certain countries. It was a global, collaborative conversation right from the very beginning.
Okay, so we know there was a flood of research from a global community. But what kind of research was it? And where did it make the biggest splash? Let's map it out.
The research was incredibly varied. I mean, of course there were hundreds of traditional articles, but look at the rest: letters, editorials, notes, reviews. This diversity shows that academics weren't just studying ChatGPT, they were actively debating it, commenting on it, and shaping the conversation in real time.
And where did all this work pop up? This table tells a really fascinating story. At the top, you've got a super specialized journal, the Annals of Biomedical Engineering. But right behind it, Nature, which is one of the most prestigious, wide-reaching science journals in the entire world. This shows the tool's impact wasn't just in some niche field, it was right in the scientific mainstream. And this trend held true pretty much across the board. The top sources all show that same dramatic upward trajectory, from basically 0 in 2022 to a huge presence in 2023. The momentum was just undeniable. So, after sifting through all this data, what's the big picture here? What does this explosive, global, and diverse academic response really tell us about the future of research?
The original research paper really sums it up perfectly. ChatGPT wasn't just another subject to be studied. It acted as a catalyst. It spurred new ideas. It brought researchers together across borders, and it accelerated the spread of knowledge at a pace we have almost never seen before.
Which leaves us with a pretty profound question to chew on. We've just witnessed one of the fastest scholarly uptakes of a new technology in history. So if this is what happens in year 1, it really makes you wonder, what will the library of the future even look like? And how will AI reshape the very way we create and discover knowledge for generations to come?